but really this is Learn to Trade Live. So it really is for sort of beginners, sort of people that are just starting out really, or have started out, and just want to learn about the markets. And I'm one of those people that would just say it straight as it is, guys, and and give you the facts, give you the what goes on in the financial markets, and be straight down the line with you. So I'm just really looking forward to it these next 2 evenings. It's great because, majority of you guys are new to trading, and it's a great time to be. I'll tell you something, it is the business to be in at the moment, is a trader, because the opportunities are just absolutely vast. So we're going to run from 7:30. This is a couple of hours. We'll try and take a break in between. And hopefully the voice will hold out for the next 2 evenings. I've got to get up early tomorrow morning. Well, we've got a mentorship day tomorrow. We do live trading in our mentorship day. It starts at 7:30 till 9:30. Then we come back at 1:30, do live trading in the afternoon. And this is with all mentorship students that are on the mentorship program that we're in touch with every single day trading. And I'm looking forward to that. So we can't have a late night tonight. Okay. So if you've got any questions, please do ask. All I say is, with these things that are online, that you're respectful with the questions that you ask. You're respectful to myself, respectful to the other students that are in this webinar as well, and that you have a learning mindset, and you have a growth mindset, and you want to learn about the markets, and keep on progressing forward and taking those first steps. All right. So you ask questions at any time. If I miss any questions out, I promise I'll go through. I'll try and get through as many questions as possible. Feel free, if you've got any questions that you need to ask after the event, you can ping me an email at lee@tradingcollege.co.uk as well. All right. So good stuff, and we'll dive in. I won't. You can see a little bit of a. There is my ugly mug here, and saying hi to you guys. I'm in the Trading College's trading rooms here, Teddington in Middlesex, and I'm going to turn this camera off now because you don't want to look at my ugly face for the rest of this session. But great to have you here, and let's get started. Let's dive in. It has been recorded. Let's just make sure it has been recorded. Yeah, for people that missed it. And here we go. All right. Okay, so let's just take a little look. Hopefully you can see the slides. I'm actually showing you the stock market here. This is the Dow Jones stock market. Slides are good, excellent. And this is just yesterday's chart. Okay, so those that are interested, of course, we're technical analysts, we're chartists. That's what I'm trained in. That's what I've been doing for 17 years, is looking at chart patterns, which I love, absolutely love. And this is the Dow Jones. This is the US market. And we're up. The Dow Jones is trading at 23,918. All right, so we're up another sort of 400 points today. We're just shy from that 24,230. All right, so everyone's talking about the crash in the market, and you probably heard a lot about that, but that was then, and this is now, basically. So we are, this is yesterday's chart. We're very much trading here. This was the big collapse to the downside in the Dow. This was the rally. We've rallied from like 18,000 to 23,000. Quite a few thousand points, and this is the US index. Okay, so it's the US stock market, and it was a massive drop. I mean, when it all started dropping from the end of February, it literally just picked up steam, and it just literally collapsed, guys. It was dropping thousands of points a day, and it was great fun to trade. It really was. And now, we've just rallied a little bit higher, and it's sitting in an interesting area that we need to really discuss. Here's the German DAX, which is the German stock index. Big collapse, just like the US stock markets. And now sort of the whole of April, we've rallied, 1,000 points higher, really. And the DAX is up today, the German stock index, which has all the German companies inside it. Basically, I'm trading the German stock market, which has been a nice, what we call a kickback rally that's happened. So there's no guessing. We're not into guessing when we're trading the markets. We're always into strategies that are high probability, and we're always looking to, follow those trade strategies to the best of your ability. Here's gold. If you're interested in gold, we've had lots of green buy signals on gold. We'll get into the charts a little bit later and tell you more details about the actual what we're seeing here. But those that are interested, this was yesterday's price of gold, trading at 1,688, and today's price of gold, we hit the profit target. So that was the weekly chart, that one there of gold. So that was the weekly time frame, and this one here is the daily time frame, and we hit our profit target. So we had buy signals at 16. Don't worry about the system or the strategy yet. We'll deal with that at some other point. But we had a buy signal at 116.19, and then we hit our profit target today. So that's a beautiful profit from here to here. All right. So gold has been up. Gold today, 17,047, which was good. And those that, the British pound, I don't know if anyone's ever seen the video. One of the craziest trades I ever took was the drop in the British pound, which made about 13 grand in about 4 minutes a few weeks ago. But now the pound against the US dollar, which is a currency, a foreign exchange, has had a buy signal at 125.13, and then it's up today at 126.34. So the British pound has rallied. It was trading at 115 against the US dollar, and now it's trading at 126. So we've had 1,000 points move, kickback rally in the pro trading system in the British pound versus the US dollar. So it's been absolutely fabulous. It's a great time to trade. I've never known volatility like this. 2018, when I was trading that, it was nothing like this. And this is just opportunity after opportunity every single day. And I managed to grab one of our students today. I said, come on, look, I'm doing a webinar tonight, Learn to Trade Online. What have you done today? How's your trading gone today? And it's one of our students. And he managed to send me a WhatsApp of his account today. And this is like the 14th of the 4th. And this guy, we're mentoring him. He came into the company as a student and couldn't make a penny. And then we started mentoring him, and he's just constantly making profit after profit. And he's up about, these are what we call day trades. Okay. So he's up, 1,000, 1,500. He's up about 2 grand today, just over 2 grand. And that was today at, he was doing trades up till this afternoon. Very nice profit since yesterday. And then he did another one. I said, come on, what you done today? And he did a day trade in his account. He started with a small size trading account, has grown it very, very the nice big size trading account now. And that's what you want to do. You want to start with a small size trading account or whatever size trading account you've got. And then you want to grow that trading account. You either take income or you just grow it to as big as you possibly want to. The great thing about trading, being a trader, is there's no ceiling. If you go to work, then you're probably capped with your salary, unless you're the business owner. But with trading, you can make £1 billion. You can make $1 billion, $1 million, £1 million. You can make whatever you want. There's no ceiling to it at all. And yeah, he did another 850 pretty quick this afternoon. So we've taught him to trade. He bought it at 64.05, sold it at 64.22. So that's a day trade. Pretty good stuff from Matif, but nice to get him to share that with us this afternoon. We're pretty much in contact with our customers, very closely. So over the next 2 sessions, I'm going to teach you everything you need to make money in trading. Okay. So what we're going to do, you may well have seen the foundation course, maybe go back over that again at some point. It should be on the page. If not, don't worry. It just tells you about what is trading, the times you need to do it and things like that. Quite useful. And then today's session on the 14th of April, we're going to be looking at brokerages, okay, a broker, because you need to put money into a brokerage account. And then we're going to look at charts and what we call swing trading, all right? And then tomorrow evening, we're going to do it all again, and we're going to look at the day trading strategies tomorrow, guys. So tonight is swing trading for people that have got jobs and want to do it as a part-time thing or want to do it once or twice a week. Tomorrow we're going to do day trading, which is, you know, you do it in the morning or in the afternoon. You go and day trade and you leave positions on during the day, and then you close them off at the end of the trading day or as quick as you possibly want to trade that market. So you're in and out of trades during the day. You're a day trader. And then we're going to look at risk reward ratios. Really important. I can teach you all the strategies, but if you don't understand about risk parameters, you know, managing risk here all the time. That is the first thing we should think about. Risk, risk, risk. As a trader, you put your money in a trading account and you manage the risk on that so you don't blow your trading account out. All right. So we want to talk about that tomorrow evening, which is really, really important. Now, the video for this evening will be put on a page for you to view again, and on that page will be the foundation video as well. All right. Okay, let's go and have a little look. So the strategies we're going to look at when we'll be talking these next couple of days, we're going to look at the pro trading system. We're going to look at the trend predictor. We're going to look at the Porsche strategy. These three strategies we're going to look at over these next couple of days. All right. Looking forward to showing you that. And one of them is, and I'll show you the proof of this, one of them's up 2,959 pips since the 25th of March. I'll show you that in 1 second, guys. All right, so big profits since the 25th of March, of course, because of the volatility as well. Okay, my name's Lee Sanford. I'm the founder of Trading College. Just quick overview of me, because then we want to get into a bit more detail. I'm a technical analyst. I'm a fully qualified, certified technical analyst. I'm a member of the Society of Technical Analysis, the oldest technical analysis society in the world. Often speak at their events on the things that I do. Often speak around the world at technical analyst societies as well. I've been trading the market 17 years now. Okay, so I retired from professional football. I was a professional football player for 17 years. I broke my neck in a game at the age of 34, retired from football, and you're a long time retired in football. You know, most players retire at the age of 34, 35. I retired at 34, and so I wanted to get into trading. I'd already been trading the markets as a football player, buying stocks and shares. Things like, you know, in fact, I bought some AA shares today, which was what I used to do in the old days, which I do in my SIP and ISA now. I wrote a book about goals to gold, from the transition from football into the financial markets, which was sold really well. And, you know, I wanted to do something else besides football. I was fit as a fiddle, and you know, I've been doing it since the age of 8. And so I took football and then decided to sit at a desk. But the thing about sitting at the desk is that it's the freedom that the trading gives you. You know, I can sit here, trade, make some money, and then go and do whatever I want to do. I've got 2 young kids, which I do enjoy taking to school and picking them up and so on. All right. And then I've got students that I mentor, which is that great one-to-one connection with students. And all our coaches, of course, are teaching one-to-one with students as well, which is fun and good. Here's my trading screens on my desk. Got to stand up. I'm actually here right in this position as I speak to you guys. I've got 6 screens, but you don't need these 6 screens. You just need an iPhone or a whatever, Samsung, and a laptop. You know, when I'm at home in the lockdown, I've got my iPad and I've got my, you know, my laptop that I'm just trading the markets from. And even if I didn't have a phone or an iPad, if I went to, I don't know, America tomorrow, I could log into my trading account and trade from America. It will be, you know, you could just do it anywhere around the world, and I can log into my charts, and I can look at my charts on my phone and my iPad and so on. It's great. And I love it. I love locking the door in the summer, putting my shorts and flip-flops on and just trading and then going to play golf. I love that. That is my life. Golf, mentoring the kids, and trading. And nice holidays. That's what I really, really do enjoy. And well, thank you, Nicola. Nicola says you were a fantastic left back. Thank you. Excellent. All right. So yeah, I've been featured on a lot of stuff over the years and so on. You know, TalkSport, biggest sports station in the world. I was on there, interviewed about it, and just loads of stuff, guys. And it's good. Trading College is growing at a fantastic rate. and hopefully you're here and part of the family. So your journey goes from this. You've got to understand why you want to be a trader. Okay. You want to make money. That's the main thing, I imagine. Maybe the money isn't what attracts you, but making the money is what gives you that freedom, doesn't it? Okay, that's the vehicle. You've got to get the education, which you're doing. We're going to talk about broker, charts, price patterns, risk management, indicators, trading psychology. We're going to touch on that tomorrow night. And then we've got the day trading strategies. So there is a journey that you need to go on. You can't cut. You can't cut out any of this stuff, guys. You've got to learn in each and every bit here. Now, to become a trader and to have the freedom that you want to have, you've got to have clarity. You've got to build good habits, and then that produces change. So you've got to know what you want and why you want to come into trading. If you're going to come in and just play around and it's like a mess around, you're going to lose your money. That's a guaranteed. If you come in and you want to do it properly and things need to change in your life and you want to do something different, then be serious about it. Build good habits, okay? Build good habits, and then that things will change. So the question really is, why are you here? Now, it's really important that you build a trading plan. If you're going to start to trade, you've got to get this stuff out of your head and down on paper, all right? And so you've got to start building a trading plan, a path, a way forward, goals, habits. And, if you do what most people don't do, you're going to make lots of money, you're going to do really well, and you're going to be a consistently profitable trader. If you don't have a trading plan and you mess around and you don't take it seriously, you're just like most of the public that go on YouTube hunting for this, hunting for that, jumping about and never really focusing. You're going to struggle, guys. All right. So we don't want you to do that. So make sure you get a trading plan. Now, we do have a Pro Trader program to take it to the next level. If you want to go to the next level after this one, Chris Dell here is our course advisor. There's the link. I'll give it to you at the end as well. There's the link with all the videos that are going to be on here if you want to go to that next level. All right. So we're going to look at brokers, charts, and swing trading strategies. Let's dive in. Let's look at the broker, because this is really important. You need to understand what the broker is. The broker is an independent person or company, a company normally, that organizes and executes financial transactions on behalf of another party. They can do this across several different asset classes, including stocks, Forex, which is also known as foreign exchange or currency, commodities, and the cryptocurrency world. Okay, so we take money from your trading account, your bank account. You take money from your bank account, and which could be a high street bank account, okay, NatWest or whatever. Then you transfer that money into your broker, and then you take money out of your broker and direct it straight into your personal bank account again. All right. So the broker holds your trading account money. I know it sounds obvious, but some people ask the question, where does my money go? Where do I put my money? You put your money with a broker, all right, an online broker, with offices, of course, that you can visit if they're any good. Please make sure you do your due diligence with brokers, because there are some very dodgy brokers out there. Just like any business, there will be some dodgy people out there, and brokerages are the same. You want to look for the big brokers in London, and you want to stick to those guys and make sure they're regulated, and they hold your money in a segregated trading account. Now, in the UK, we can use spread betting. Okay, so we can trade in a spread betting account, or you can trade in a contracts for difference account. Now, I've got spread betting accounts and CFD accounts. Now, the spread betting account and the contract for difference accounts are both leverage product accounts, enabling you to open a position while putting up a percentage of the capital. Basically, because we're short-term traders in these trading accounts, we're borrowing money for a short period of time to open trades. And not especially, but in spread betting, all the profits are tax-free. So if Atif made $2,500 today, that profit he can take tonight and he doesn't have to pay that to the tax man or any tax on his profits to the tax man. It's all it's all tax free, all the profits. It's great. A CFD account isn't tax free, but if you're from the UK and you can open a spread betting account, I would open a spread betting account because of those reasons that I said. And there's some other reasons as well. There's no, on the left-hand side, here's the spread betting account. There's no capital gains tax. It's all tax-free, no commission. You just pay the spread. Easy to bet on currencies of your choice. You can place trades wanting the market to go up or go down. So, we were shorting, what we call shorting the stock markets recently. That was great. It's a leverage product across all markets. So you don't need that much money in your trading account to start trading. There's no stamp duty to pay on the trades. You can trade literally all night and all day, besides the weekend. Well, you can trade cryptocurrencies the weekend these days. And the prices are based on the underlying market. All right, so it's very similar to CFDs. But with these, the losses can be offset against profits for your tax purposes. All right, and you just have to pay tax on your profits if you're outside the UK. On that, great paying tax on your profits because that means you're making lots of money. Now here is IG index charting. This is the TV that they have, and that's me there, and I do the monthly chart in the market. So we have the broker. If they're a good broker, they'll have a TV station and they'll have all sorts of bells and whistles to attract the customer to come on to and watch their stuff. All right, so they want to make all their platforms and all their stuff attractive for you, and they've got all sorts of services that they provide. Please don't ever get your education from a broker. Brokers are good at being brokers, but not great at education. I would never follow a broker or learn from a broker. I would learn how to use their platform from a broker. You could do, but I wouldn't learn how to trade because that's why they're not traders. They're brokers. All right, they want to make money from you. You want to make money from them. So buying and selling here, you can buy or sell a currency pair and make money. So it's great. If the market's going up or a market's going up, you can go long. If you think the market's going to go down in value, you can go what we call selling the market. It's great. You keep it simple. Assume you're betting whether the price is going to go up or down, as you are not trading the physical currency. So I'm trading electronically online, and I'm placing trades wanting the market to go up or go down. All right. So if you thought the stock market indices were going to go down, you would have placed a trade for the market to go down. It's difficult to get your head around that when you're new because you just think you should be buying the market, which you want it to go up in value. But no, shorting the market is fabulous. Now, here's some exchange rates to start trading with. Here's the euro versus the US dollar, the pound versus the US dollar, and we've got all sorts of different currencies. I mean, all you need to trade is one currency to make a living for the rest of your time as a trader. It really is. It's like a never-ending buffet. You walk in and there's so much going on. You pick a few currencies and you can trade as many as you want or as little as you want. I would start small to start with. And here's inside IG Index's new platform, and it's just, I don't know, what is it? It's, it's the popular markets. You could trade Amazon, Apple, Bitcoin, Lloyd's Bank, Netflix, and Tesla Motors, US stocks. And there's so much to trade. And all this in here is all spread betting. No matter what I trade, whether I'm trading a stock index or a cryptocurrency, it's all tax-free. In here is their old platform that we used to use. And you can see here the open positions in this box, popular markets at the top. Here's some of my trades that I had open at the time I took this image. If it's blue, it's making. If it's red, it's losing. I'm up about 664 quid on that day. Down below here, these are all open positions that are on. Down below here is working orders. So I can place an order and go bed at night time and let the broker do the work for me, and then wake up the next morning and I'm in the trade or I'm not in the trade, or I've made profit or I've not made profit. It's a great way of trading. And you can build watch lists here. You can set alarms and alerts and all sorts of stuff. I probably use about 5% of the platform. But I have to log into this every day. So I use my username, password, log into it. I can log in on my app on my phone. If I'm in trading college offices, trading room here, I will, just log on my desktop and then open my charts, and then my charts appear, and then I start looking and scanning the market for the trades that I'm taking on that day. All right. And you could be sitting at home at the weekend on the sofa with your laptop, and you could be hunting through trades and using your scanners to look for trades that are setting up with your strategies and place some trades, and then go off and do other things. All right. You could do as little or as more or as much as you want to do in trading. That's why it's important. You've got to know what you want to do as a trader. Okay. What do you want to do? I mean, I don't know you guys that well yet. So, you might want to pack your job in tomorrow, or you might not have a job in this environment, and you've got some money, you want to do this, and you want to become a day trader, and you want to trade for a couple of hours in the morning, or somebody that just wants to earn an extra £200 a month, or somebody wants to earn, £25,000 a month. I don't know. So you've got to decide really how you want to do this. But there's always a buying price and there's always a selling price. Okay. And in the middle is the spread. Now, you always buy for more than what you sell when you open a trade. So if I'm buying here at 116.03, if I instantly sold that market and closed it, I would lose 1 point spread. Now, when I'm doing spread betting, I'm trading in pounds per point. Okay, I'm trading in pounds per point. So here is a market called the Euro versus US dollar, Euro US dollar daily funded bet I'm using here. And I'd be buying at 116.02. And if I sold it straight away, I'll be selling at 116.02.1. There's a 0.6 spread here. Now, this is the size. This is the pounds per point. And you can see here, once I just go back to that quickly, the pounds per point here, and I'm trading in sterling, all right? So if I buy at 116.02.7, then that means that the €1 is $116. And I want it to go above 116.02 to make a profit. Okay, this sell button has to go above, that sell number has to go above my buy number for me to make a profit. All right. So straight away, once you enter a trade, you'll be losing, but you're hoping that it's going to go above and you'll be making a profit. And as long as it goes above 116.02.7 and starts trading above, you can instantly sell that for the profit. Okay. Now, here is a spread bet ticket, same as a CFD, which is called a contract for difference ticket here. This is all a little bit different from long-term investing, share dealing, all right? In share dealing, you're buying 500 shares of the AA or BT or Tesla Motors. You're buying the shares. In spread betting and CFDs, spread betting, you're buying pounds per point. It doesn't matter whether you're doing Tesla shares or the pound versus the euro. And you can see here that here's the market. Here is the price. There's a 3-point spread here. Okay. Now common sense says that you want to trade markets that have got tight spreads, because the markets, when I say the market, I'm talking about everything in general that you can trade. That's my squeaky chair. You want tight spreads, because if you trade the Mexican peso, I mean, it's got like it moves 1,000 points a day. The spread's like 40 odd points. I can't remember. It's massive, exactly what it is. So you want to trade the major currencies pairs to start with if you want to do FX trading. Here's the account size, position size, £1 a point. Down below here in the close conditions, this area here is really important. This is the stop. So this, if you put in there 10, that that means the market has to move down 10 points before you get stopped out. That means that you would lose £10 on this trade, there and thereabouts, okay? And you always trade with a stop loss in place, okay? You always trade with a stop loss here. And that's what is determined by your strategy. So whatever strategy you're using, whether you're a day trade, which might have a tighter spread stop, or a swing trade, which may have a wider stop, that goes in there and you decide that with your strategy that you're using. There's no guesswork. Over here is the limit. This is the profit. So if I'm going to put a stop in at 10 and my profit is 30, it's 3 times my risk. So I'm going to make 30 or lose 10. Okay. Here's the margin requirement. Now this is what we spoke about, leverage product. This is the deposit you need in your account. You have to have this money in your account, and you need £51.69 for this account that I'm trading for £1 a point. All right. Every broker will have a slightly different margin requirement, and because you're trading and you're borrowing money. Now, they don't take £51.69 out of my trading account. They just hold that to one side while I've got this trade open. And when it's nothing to do with your loss, but when I actually close the trade, it's all to do with how much the trader's made money, not how much my margin is. I just need that to open the trade. Okay, we'll look at margin in a second. So that's my margin requirement. These are some tickets that I've taken. So on the right-hand side, pictures of here on my phone. So it's the Wall Street market, the daily funded bet. Okay, and I opened it at 26,705. It was a short trade because it's minus, so I shorted it, and I kept on adding to that short. So I kept on doing more trades to the short side as the trend went in my favor. So if it's minus on the average size, it means that it's a short, and I made 11,700 on that trade. The FTSE here, I was short £30 a point, and I made nearly 5 grand on that. And this one was the German DAX, was minus £16 on this one, and made 1,200. So this is what we call a ticket. A broker's ticket. You just click it and it opens up inside the broker. Now you can trade, and I'll answer questions at the end of the section, guys. So, please feel free to carry on asking those questions. I will go back over them. You can trade from the charts. So as the markets drop here, I got a buy signal, and I started to buy this market, which is the Aussie versus the US dollar, and it started to go up in value. Now, on the right-hand side is price, and down below is time. And these green and red things are what we call candlesticks. They give me the high, open, low, and close of that period I'm trading. Now, on this chart, I was trading the 4-hour time frame, which means that each one of these candlesticks lasts and is open for 4 hours. 4 hours. I can go out and have a round of golf and come back, and, this candlestick will be open or just about closing. All right. So I can click on the charts and buy up here, top right-hand side I'm looking at now, and I can literally buy. So I made about 2.5, 3, 4 grand on that trade, or whatever, 3 grand on that trade. Now you can see, as the market kept going in my favor, I started adding to the position on these different levels over here. And you can see that this top one was losing money, but all my, pretty much all the others were making money. All right. So you can lose money and still make money, if that makes sense. So you can trade from the charts, which is great. Now, margin, you only need a deposit to trade with. This is important. There are 2 types of margin to consider when trading spread betting accounts. And you can open a demo account, and I'd advise you get a demo account, use IG Index. We've got those. They're our partners. They're the biggest spread betting company in the world. They were the first spread betting company in the world. Go to our website. They're one of our partners. Go underneath brokers, click on it, and get yourself a demo account, and start playing with the demo, which isn't real money, which is good fun. So the deposit margin, there's maintenance margin. There's two types of margin. The deposit margin is the initial funding required to open the position. So like I just said to you, that £54, okay? And it's a percentage of your total trade. We'll look at that in a second. Maintenance margin basically tells you about overnight funding. And, if your trade starts to incur losses, you've got to make sure you've got enough money in your account to incur those losses. So if you're losing a trade of £200, then you've got to make sure that you've got enough money in your account to incur those losses. The broker you can't lose all your money. Well, you can lose all your money, but you can't lose more than your money you've got in your trading account. They will close it off automatically before it goes to zero, which is a good thing, isn't it? Because you don't want to owe them 400 quid or 4,000 or 4 million, as one trader did where many years ago, IG owed them £4 million because he went into negative territory. But the machines will close you off. And you don't want to get to that stage anyway, because you've always got a stop loss in place, okay? Now, here's some examples of margin requirements. The deposit you need to put up. If you're trading the euro, you only need 3.33%, and they give you 1 to 30 leverage. So whatever the position size is, they'll give you 1 to 30. What they'll give you, they'll let you borrow money up to 30 times there, okay? Professionals are a little bit better and a little bit different. When you get more experienced and you grow that account, you can turn into a professional trader, which I am. I'm over this side, and you get more leverage and you don't have to put as much down on deposit. All right. So let's have a little look at the currency market's pretty much the same all around there, depending what market you're trading. Bet size. So bet size times the price times the margin percentage is your deposit. So if you're trading the British pound versus the US dollar and you go long at £5 per point at 155.00, 1.5500, times that 3.33%, and your margin requirement is £2,580.75p as a retail trader. All right, so you're a retail trader, guys. Most people will be retail traders in this room this evening learning on here. Now, £5 in the British pound is a big position because this moves quite a lot, the British pound. It moved because of Brexit. The volatility was high, Brexit, because, are we staying while we going? The volatility increases when there's major events, a virus, a presidential election, Brexit. All right. So, they've got to make sure that you've got enough margin in your account to trade with. And I would advise you can go down to 10p a point if you wanted to, 50p a point and £1 a point when you're spread betting. You don't need to be up at a £5 a point, which is actually a decent size for the British pound. The way it's moving, it's pretty much moved a lot, like 1,000 points these last few days. So your euro is your base currency here, and the dollar is your quotes currency. And €1 is worth 1.98 US dollars. All right. Pip count, currency movers. The euro dollar, if it moved from 1.2300 to 1.2301, that is a gain of 1 pip. All right. You're looking at 4 digits after the decimal point. If the dollar yen is priced at 108, look at where the decimal point is, and it trades up to 108.09, that's a gain of 8 pips. The pound US dollar from 156.02 to 157, you can tell when I actually put this slide together, it was probably about 2 years ago, a gain of 98 pips. Now, you hear me say the word pips in currency, also known as points. So when you're spread betting, you're probably going to say points more than pips. If you're talking to somebody in the US, you're probably going to say pips. All right. In spread betting, we're talking points. So pip movement income. If something moves 20 pips or points a day, at £5 a point, you're going to make £100 per day. If something moves at 50 pips per day, times £30 per point, where a thief's doing 30s and 10s and 50s, you can make 1,500 a day. All right, so your position size is based on your account size and percentage risk that you decide. We're going to talk about risk tomorrow night, but I would start off with zero risk by doing a demo. And then when you go live, you've got to have money in your account. I would then just do the smallest position size for the market. It could be 10p a point or a micro lot if you've got a CFD account, FX account. The smallest position, it could be 10 cents, 10p. Feel what it's like to trade with a real account. It's great. Okay, then start to make money. And then once you start making money, you can increase your position sizes. As your account grows, a 1% risk will be more than it was when it first started, because you're doing 1% of a bigger account size as that grows. You could do as much percentage as you want, but it'd be foolish to do 25% of your account because on one trade, because you might lose money on that trade. It might stop you out and you've lost 25% of your account. That is not good. We don't want to see that. That's not good. All right. And so you want to make sure you're always managing risk at all times. Okay. And then you can, if you open an account or a trade at 1% risk and the trade goes up 50 points in your favor, then you can bring your stop loss to break even where you entered, and now you've got no risk whatsoever. And then you can open another trade. You see those trades where I had like 3 or 4 positions open? It's because I added to the winning trade that went in my favor. All right. So we've got loads of questions come through. And we're just going to sort of come to the end of this section because it is quite boring, the brokerage side of stuff. But you do need, this is so important that if you're brand new, you've got to know this stuff, because this is where, this is where you're going to make money in your broker. You don't make money from the bank down the road. You make it from the broker, which is online, and you're going to take that money from the broker and they're going to take money from you if you lose money. All right. So let's go through some questions. We'll try and keep it on topic, okay, for each section here. And we'll try and just keep it on topic. If we go in, we don't want to go into other things just yet. We'll cover everything in these next 2 sessions. We're going to cover everything, guys. So you're going to learn everything in 2 days. Right, good. I just love reading what Nicholas said again. You were a fantastic left back. I've not had that said to me for years. Thank you, Nicola. Saqib here says, my mate suggested you and he had some very good success out of it being a trader. He is a day trader. Excellent. That's great news. What time frame is realistic to create a consistent, profitable strategy? We'll deal with that later on. We'll deal with that at the second part. Justin says here, borrowing money from where? Is it the broker? Exactly. So you borrow money from the broker. Now, when you borrow money from the broker, you're not borrowing it as in, I don't know, they're going to give you a loan and they stick it in your bank. It's all done within their machines, and you place a trade, you borrow that percentage, and then you keep that trade open until you close it, and then you give the loan back. All right. And if you have that margin or that leverage overnight, they charge you interest, which is very, very small. So yeah, you're borrowing money from the broker. They're called a leverage broker. It's great. It's fantastic. It's what you want to be doing if you've got a small side trading account. All right. So that's from the broker. You're borrowing the money. Good. So can you explain the closed position again here from Gina? Yeah, the closed position is, so you open a trade, okay? You buy gold. You place a trade that you want gold to go up. You buy it. Now the closed position down below, okay, the closed position down below, that is what we call a stop loss, because, the trade may go against you And so you have what we call a stop loss order in. So if the trade doesn't work out and you get it wrong, then you don't lose all your money. You only lose a certain amount of points on the trade. So let's say you have 80 out of all your trades that you do. Let's say it's 100% trades. If you do 80% winning trades, then you're going to do 20% losing trades. So your account is guaranteed to grow if you do 80% winning trades, 20% losing trades, and that you're only risking a small amount and making much more than what you risk on every trade. That's the secret of trading, isn't it? You want to make much more than what you risk, but you're going to have 20% losing trades. I wish you could have 100% winning trades, but it's not realistic. So when you have a losing trade, that stop takes you out, and you could be in bed sleeping at night and you're sleeping like a baby because you know that you can't lose your money or your account. If the trade goes against you, you get stopped out by the broker. They'll do it all for you, and it's all set up electronically. The limit order is the profits. So if you place the trade here on the pound euro and it goes up to 116, that's greater than 114.87. Well, you could say, I want to bank that profit, but you're not at your screen to bank that profit because you're in bed or you're at work or you're playing golf or you're on holiday. So you put that order in before you even open the trade. So you put your stop in, you put your profit target in, and you just click that buy, and away you go. Happy days. Let the machines do it for you. You don't even need to be there to bank the profit. The amount of times I put a trade on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, sitting on my sofa, kids are in bed, and you put a stop in, you put a profit in, you're following the strategy, you wake up the next morning, and you bank the profit. The trade's not there anymore in your open positions because the account has closed it in a nice profit for you. All right, so many times. And so the limit order, that's answering a few of your questions. So the limit order is the profit target. You don't always have to have a profit target put in there, but if you're not at your screens, it's a good idea to do that. All right. So Joshua says here, when you buy the pound US dollar, does that mean you're buying US dollar with pounds? It means if you're buying the pound, which is on the left-hand side, against the US dollar, which is the currency on the right-hand side, you are buying pound versus US dollars. Okay, so you're buying £1 versus 114 US dollars. All right. Don't look at it like that. You're actually you don't physically buy the money. It doesn't get delivered to you like you do when you go on holiday at the airport. You hand over your £100 and you get back $114 or whatever. It's $120 now, less the commission from the outlet. But when you're trading online, all you're doing is buying and selling. You're not actually owning anything. All right, but the pound is getting stronger against the US dollar if the chart is going up, if the pound is on the left-hand side of the currency. What is break even? Break even is if I bought this at 114.87 here, as soon as the trade goes up, I can cancel my stop loss and move it to 114.87. So I can't lose any money on the trade. Happy days. Happy days. That is exactly what you want to be doing. All right. So when you're trading the market, if you get your stop loss to break even, which is where you entered the trade, that is your number one goal. And then everything after that is profit. So you manage risk. If you've got 5 trades open, then you've got 5 trades open. You want to get those stop loss orders to break even so you can't lose any money on the trade. Happy days. That is where you want to be as a trader, always managing risk. Andrew says it's far from boringly. Yeah, thank you. Cheers, Andrew. I know that, mate. It's just, how do you know which is the best broker to go with? Go big. Always go big with big brokers. Stay with a big broker. IG Index. Go to our website. We've got 2 partners there that we recommend, IG We partner with IG. They don't partner with anybody. They're the biggest broker. They partner with companies that are STA qualified, members of society, and so you'll often see me on there chatting on the TV. So go to IG and open a demo and go to the link on our website, which will direct you through there to open a demo account. When you say the fee for the brokers is overnight a small amount, what is a small amount? Just trying to understand what cost. If you go, Mark, to the overnight funding area of the broker, it's LIBOR plus, and it's obviously based on interest rates. Depending your position size, because it can be different, it's a percentage of your position size. Okay, and that is the overnight funding charge. And it depends on how big your position size. So your overnight funding charge at £1 will be totally different than £50 a point, and so on. All right, so it's overnight funding charge. Check it out. Each broker will be different, but it's LIBOR something plus. The formula is somewhere in there, small print, but you can certainly take a look at the broker, whoever you're opening the account with. All right. So there's overnight interest charges. And there's also overnight charges that actually credit your account. And you can certainly do that, but not enough time to go into that. So there's often I've woken up with money credited into my account because I'm short the market and so on. All right, can you explain about spread betting tickets? Yes, there's the ticket right in front of us here, Sarah. And there's the buy and sell. There's the position sizing, which is the size, calls the size. On this one, it says my minimum bet size is £1 a point. It's the pound versus the euro. So I'm trading the pound versus the euro dollar. And if it was gold, I'll be trading gold. If it was the FTSE 100, it would say FTSE 100. I'm trading in British pounds. Closed conditions is the stop loss. And the limit order here is the profit target. And the margin requirement here. All right. And then there's the buy and sell button right there. As soon as I click the buy button, the trade is what we call open. So the trade is open and I'm trading. I've got an open trade on the pound versus the euro. Now, how about this then? If I think the pound, all right, if I think the pound is going to go down against the euro and I've not got a trade open in this currency, I can go straight to the sell button because I think the pound is going to lose value against the euro. I can short it and click the sell button to open a position. To open a position right here, 114.84. So I can open a new trade to short the market. How about that? That is just amazing, isn't it? If you think the stock market's going to go down again, which it could do, I could do a sell to open that trade and place a bet or a trade that I think is going to go down. Whew, that is something to get your head around when you first start, because you always think you only need to go long to buy things. We buy our house for the value to go up. We buy a car for the value to go down. So anything you buy, you want it to go up in value, but you can place trades called short in the market. Happy days. All right, good stuff. Gina here says here again, thanks for the explanation. So if I place the stop at 20%, does that mean I lose 80% but keep 20% from losing? No, it means that you lose, let's say you risk 1%. That means you lose 1%. So if I work out 1% of my trading account, we'll do this tomorrow night. If I work out 1% of my trading account, that is the maximum I will lose. All right. If my 1% of the trading account is £20, for argument's sake, so if 1% of my trading account is £20, and I'm trading at £1 a point, what is my stop distance going to be? What is my stop distance going to be? 20 points, isn't it? 20 points, exactly, yeah? So 20 points away at £20 loss is 1% of my trading account, okay? All right. We're doing more risk tomorrow night, guys. Yeah, you got the recording of this as well at some point, guys. Good. Okay, next question, and then we'll move on to section 2. I'm not interested in other companies, Percy. So, I mean, you're asking me about another company. I'm not here to diss anybody or praise anybody. So that is, it's off topic. All right. Okay, let me just work out how much money do you need to start trading without leverage? How much money do you need without leverage? Well, you need all the amount of money to put up, don't you? So if you're buying stocks and shares in a company, which is, so I've got a SIP and an ISA, self-invested personal pension. Every time I place a trade and buy AA shares, they're priced at 20 pence. I've got to put if I do 1,000 shares times 20, you work out I've got to put all that money up. So that's non-leverage. That's what I used to trade like when I first started trading. How do you know how much money you are putting into a trade? Well, that's called the position size. And so you work out your position size, and we'll do that tomorrow night. Can you open and sell a buy ticket at the same time? Yes, you can. If you click on force open, you can do a buy and sell. Okay, you do a buy and sell at the same time. Good. I love the irony of your shirt sponsor. Who's that, Michael? I don't know. We haven't got a shirt sponsor. Can I monitor close conditions in British pound? Yes, you can. All right. What does a trailing stop mean? It means that you lock in the profits. We'll talk about that in a second. In fact, the next section on swing trading. And we'll do that. But yeah, some people say, can you go long and short? And the answer is yes, you can. You go long and short, which is good. All right. Could you play with only the FTSE 100? Yes, you could play with the FTSE 100. Oh, Midas. Oh, yeah. Was that Stoke City's shirt sponsor or something? I don't know. I think it was a long time ago, wasn't it? Yes, you just. You just do one market if you want to. Can I make as much money at the weekends and evenings as I work during the day? Not really. The weekends, the market's pretty much the market is pretty much closed, and you don't really want to do any trading at the weekend. You place trades getting ready for when they open on Sunday night. All right. Okay, just a couple more, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we're back in. In terms of, from Paul, in terms of breaking even method, do you have to be active to do this? Am I right in thinking you'll have to be active and it cannot be done beforehand, like setting your stop points? Yes, you can set a trailing stop automatically if you want to. Okay, you can set a stop loss, so automatically if you want to. You can. A trailing stop, we'll deal with trailing stop in a second, but in the closed conditions here, a trailing stop will change this condition. So if we're at 114, we buy at 114.87, it goes to 116. I can change that, okay, and move my stop above my entry to 115 and lock in like 13 points. So I can lock in the profits as the market goes in my favor. All right. I can lock in the profits as the market goes in my favor. Happy days. That's what you want to do. All right. Good. Hello, Martin. Just see your name on the other side there. Good. Good to see family on here tonight as well. Great. So trading stop is locking in profits. What is the minimum amount I need to start trading with? there's needs and what you must do. I suppose you need to start with 0. The average account size, I mean, you can open a position with about £200, but the average account size is about 1,500, 2,000 is the average account size at IG. But it's the average account size to open accounts. But you can start with smaller amounts. I mean, somebody started with 900 and took it to 68,000. You know, I sat with a guy recently who took his account from, he had, what did he start with? It was 50 grand and took it to 4 million. Do I ever trade, from Jason, with a stop instead of putting a limit? Yes. I don't want to cap my gains. I want to trail my stop. Can you change the stop? Yes, you can, as many times as you want to. What is the main thing you look for from Zara before making a trade? The risk. And is it going to be a big trade or not? So I'm always looking for big profits, really. I want to go for big monster trades. All right. And you could spend as little as 15, 20 minutes a day doing this. You know, it really is up to you. You can just do as much or as little as you want. Now we've got in the programs field there, you know, account sizes from 5 to 1,000 all the way up to, and you know, big account sizes. But yeah, which is good. Good. All right. Excellent. Okay. So let's just have a 1 minute rest and save my voice for a second and have a bit of water, and then come back in 60 seconds because we've got the next section here, and that is swing trading strategies. Okay. And trading college swing trading strategies. So we're going to dive into that in 60 seconds, or let's call it 2 minutes. So you can have a quick cup of water and we're back into this, guys. All right. Okay. We are back in. We are back in brokerages. We covered brokerages off a bit there. And give me a that you're back in the room. Let me know that you are here. And let me know if you're enjoying it or not. And let me know if you're happy. And type in if you're okay and if you're good and if you're enjoying it. And this is part one, remember. Everyone wants to rush to the trading strategies, but you've got to take it one step at a time. All right, so let's lots of fun. Yeah, and we've got a little quiz at the end as well, so stay to the end. We've got a little quiz. You can test your knowledge. Don't worry, you won't get detention if you don't pass. Just a few questions to just get the quiz going at the end. We've got nothing else to do, have we? I mean, there's only so much of Netflix you can watch. And, this is great. I mean, majority of the public are probably in watching Netflix. We're learning. You're learning, which is great. And never stop learning. Never stop learning at all. And I hope you're taking some advantage of some trading education here. Of course you are, but there's so much else I'm learning as well while we're in lockdown. It's great. So I'm here to help you. Just remember, keep the questions respectful and keep them on topic if we can. And let's just dive in. So part number 2 is the Trading College's strategies, what we do here. Now, what is a strategy? I'm asking you the question, what is a strategy? What does strategy mean? Of course, look, you want to make money trading. What does strategy mean in the terms of trading? What is strategy? Good, some good question, good answers coming in. It could mean the whole trading plan of strategy going forward, how I'm going to get into trading. Good. Could be like reaching our goals, doesn't it? And if you want to, there's a great book out there. If you want to read this book, you've got to read a book called Atomic Habits. It's absolutely fantastic. It really is brilliant. Atomic Habits. I've read it twice. It just says it all very simply in about building habits and so on. Okay, it's really, really good. What is strategy? What is strategy? Strategy is, in trading terms, it means the reason why you buy or sell a market. The strategy. There are thousands of trading strategies out there. Most big banks have electronic algorithms that trade the markets, okay, that make millions or billions of pounds. A trading strategy is the reason you buy and sell. The most bizarre, when we were at the society one year, there was one strategy that the gentleman came to speak about, and it was called the planets. It was all to do with he would buy the stock markets when the planets in the sky, like Venus, which is quite bright at the moment, isn't it, up there, Neptune or whatever, were in certain proximities of each other, he would buy the stock market. That is his reason to buy or sell. Crazy, eh? So we use strategies that are based from charts and price, and we don't guess when we trade. So we have Pro Trading System, Trend Predictor, the Porsche. Now, I'm going to show you the Porsche tomorrow night because that's where you could start that straight away, the Porsche, and do what Atif's done today, made a few grand. I'm going to show you the strategy he used for that tomorrow night. We have our flagship Pro Trading System. I'm going to look at that in a second, the results. And then there's other strategies as well. Okay. So that's what we're going to look at. Now, swing trade is what we're going to start with. Now, so what is swing trading? Now, we go long or short. Now, remember, shorting is down today, and we exit the trade tomorrow or in a few hours, really, but it's got to be the next day, really, or a few days or weeks. That's swing trading. We're holding to hold for as long as possible to make as much money as possible within that time. That's swing trading. We can do trades that last overnight. So here's an example of a £491.50 trade that I did on the last session we had. I opened it, the trade got opened at 20 to 4 or a quarter to 3, one of them, and 20 to 4 on the 30th of March 2020. And it got closed at 1:54 in the morning. That overnight, that's still a swing trade, and the profits were 242 and 249.50. Same trade position in the euro versus the Great British Pound. So I set the order up, and overnight it came in. Right? That's swing trading as well. And then you've got other things, swing trading. You know, people hold for days and days and days, and you want the market to continue higher or lower. Current open positions. Current open positions. All right, that was mentioned here. So you hold it, and you can have a full-time job and be trading and hold swing trades. So you live your life in the hands of randomness. If you do that, you'll always live the life of mediocrity. So if you're random with your trading, if you're random with your fitness and health and eating, you know, life's always going to be a bit of a struggle. And it's so true with trading. If you're jumping around everywhere and just doing, you know, so many sort of like random things, then you know, you need a strategy. You need to stick to structure and a rule-based system and profits. And human beings are shocking at doing this. You know, if you look at, I know, if you look at the body coach who is doing the fitness thing on YouTube every morning at 9, when he first started, was it a month ago, 3 weeks ago? He had virtually 1 million viewers. 2 weeks later, 200,000. People just give up. All right. So if you've got some rules and you stick to those rules and you make profits, instead of jumping from system to system, which confuses you and you'll lose confidence, then you're going to get better. You'll build confidence and you'll be an expert at that trading strategy. Okay. So it's all about structure, routine, fun, and a system that you just repeat over and over and over again. Now, if you did that and repeated over and over and over again, you started with £2,000 in your trading account and only made 12% per month. This blows my mind, the compounding effect of a 12% return per month over 5 years, starting with £2,000. It is the fifth wonder of the world. It will give you 1.795 million. So if you started with £2,000 in your account and just made 12% per month and reinvested that money and kept it in the account of the broker, in 5 years you would have made 1.1795 million, £1,795,000. Incredible, incredible. Okay. So as we dive into the charts now and we start to think about price. And when you're trading the market, I know it's difficult at first, but when you're trading other human beings. Even though other human beings are trading electronically online, there's no pits anymore. Really, there's a couple of left pits in where you open outcry in the US. Everything's electronic, which is great for being at home with the coronavirus. We don't need to go anywhere. We could just do it from home. The markets trend, okay? They go up, they go down, up, down, and up. They don't go straight up or they don't go straight down. And you're trading against other people that think they are right and that the market's going to go up once they place that trade. So as the market goes up, okay, you want them to be more wrong than you. What I mean by that is you want them to be buying higher than you. You want to be buying lower than other traders. And you want people to be buying above where you're buying because they'll push the price up if there's more buyers coming in. But as the buyers come in, sellers come in, or they take profits when it drops. And this is a really healthy trend. We make higher highs and higher lows. And throughout that trend, there's buyers and sellers all the way along the way. You just want to be, if you're long the market, you want to be in a trade where there's more buyers than sellers because the market goes up. And in a downtrend, it repeats. This is page 1 of technical analysis. Lower lows and lower highs, okay? And it's easy to make money in those types of trends. Now, when it goes sideways, the price, it's when price gets a little bit choppy. We go sideways, up, down, and we make a range, sideways price action, sideways market. Now, as we dive into charts here, this is what I sort of started trading with, these types of things. These are indicators that are put on a chart, and they confused the life out of me. I had so many things going on my charts that come free of charge with the charting package. And I couldn't work out what was going on from one indicator, one candlestick, one pretty color from the other. Well, if that means that, why does that mean this and what mean that? Just confused me so much here on the pound. Didn't know whether the market's going up or down. That's when I started, I really struggled when I first started 17 years ago. It took me about 18 months to be profitable. There was no trading college to help me then like there is now. And, there's no mentoring like there is now. So I sat there doing it on my own and looking at all these things. What does this mean? Oh, if that means that, then that confused. Oh, but that means this. So everything started confusing me, and I just got contradictory signals going on. It's impossible to have too many things on your chart because us human beings can only take in 3 to 5 pieces of information at once anyway. Especially if you're new to trading, you've got to keep it really simple. And we started sticking what we call trend lines on. And is it going up? Is it going down? What does that mean? Is this confusing me? So this is where I thought, sod this, all I want to know is if there's more buyers coming in, the market's going to go up. And if there's more sellers coming in, the market's going to go down. But, so I started coding, working with coders, and then we came up with the pro trading system. And the results are just fantastic. We've had it now, 12 years now. And trading with it, the results are just phenomenal. All right. And it's on every one of our charts. It scans the markets, finds trades for us. It tells you where to enter. It tells you where to put your stop loss, optimal stop loss position, where to put profit targets, trail that stop, when not to trade so you don't lose money. It does everything. And we've developed it more and more over the years. Even tells you what position sizes you should be using for your trading accounts. It does all the risk management for you. So this is today's updated results from the last signals of the system. And on the left-hand side is all the currency pairs that I put in here that we use and we test every day. Here's the daily signals. If it's a long trend, it means it went up. If it's a short trend, it means it was a signal down. And this is up till today, the 14th of April. Now, if we added all these points up, if it's green, it's making money. If it's red, it's losing. If we add all those greens up, it's up 2,959 points into the 25th of March. So let's just take the top one, A, Aussie CAD, daily chart signal on the pro trading system. The signal was on the 8th of April. It's up 149 pips. Forget the last digit. It's 149 pips. Now, if I had traded the Aussie CAD and traded it at the signal on the 8th of April, I would be up 149 points. At £5 per point, I'll be making £745 profit in 5 days, 5 trading days. All right. And if you go down 318, 216, 299, 215, 38, look, here's a loss, 13 pips, boogaloo. 120, 25, 325, 12 pip loss. You see, you want the gains to be much bigger than the losses. 344, 358. Okay. 40, 111, and the dollar yen, we've been short the dollar yen since the 10th of April. It's up 100 points, okay? So you're not going to be in all those trades, of course. You might well be, you might not be. And you don't want to be in all of them because you probably haven't got the capital to be in every single one. But now if I look at the same charts that I just showed you, you can see here that we have what we call a buy signal when it turns green from a red or something else. So gold was a buy signal here, 1,300. It stays green. Look how much easier it is now in its bearish format, the pro trend system. Okay, comes down. Red is the sellers take control. So we get out of long trades. Now we get a new buy signal here, end of January time, February. And then we just go long. Okay. And then we get out. It turns red or on a trailing stop. Okay, you'd use a trailing stop. So much easier. So it tells me when there's more buyers stepping in and more sellers stepping in. So here's the stock market. We had a sell signal on the Dow right here about the 24th of February. We traded short for 2 days. So it's the opposite way round. Now we want to look for shorts. We wait for the red. Think of it like a traffic light service. You know, a system. When it's green, we go. When it's red, we don't. But we can do a red sell signal to short. The pro trade system never lies. It's either green, red, or white. So it overlays the free charts that you get, and it tells you when to buy and when to sell. So the Dow Jones, it gapped and dropped, and we were already short when it started to plummet. And so this move here at 29,000 to short, all the way down to 21,000, is an 8,000 point drop. Okay, it went all the way down to 19,000. So if I was shorting this as well as our students were shorting because we had the signal and we were looking for shorts, just came all the way down. You know, it's just there in green and red. And you can just, one thing I want to teach you here is, and when you start doing this really well, you're going to love it because you're going to love shorting the markets. The markets go up very slowly with low volatility, and then the markets jump out the window. So the stock market is down to where it was 2 years ago. And if you don't know how to, you haven't got this system, you know, and you were still long the stock markets, you would have known when to get out when it turned red. All right, there's no secret. It's all right here in front of you, red and green and whites and blues. We'll talk about those at different times. The pound versus the US dollar on the weekly. So these candlesticks are weekly candlesticks, which means they're 1 week represents one of these candlesticks. So you can be in some of these trades for a month, 2 months, and just make 500-600 points, whatever it wants to make. So the system works in waves. It's like the one I just showed you with the uptrend and downtrend. It's basically when it's an uptrend, it turns green, buyers. When it sells time, it turns red. And when it's green time, buyers. When it's sell time, it turns red. When it's green time, it's buyers. And the opposite time, if it's shorting, we come down, we go red, then we get some green, and then we get some red, and then we get some green, and then we get some red. So we want to do things when it's red on the short side. When it's long, we want to do things when it's green. We want to buy when it's green and then get out when it's red. All right. So where is the stock markets around the world trading at the moment on this slide? Where are the stock markets trading at the moment on this slide? When I mean the stock market, I mean where your pension is, or your SIP, or, you know, your business pension, or where your stocks and shares are based. Where are we in the whole stock markets globally? We're here. Okay, we're in this position here. We've got greens. So what would you do if you had the system and it turned red? It's really easy, isn't it? The system has been made easy for anyone to do because it was so difficult to do it originally. So we just wait for sellers. So when that red comes in, we short it again, and it will probably drop about 4,000 points again. Exactly, yeah, Mark, that's exactly right, mates. So it's much easier to trade with a system as clear as that than it is all the other stuff. So the time to have the map is before you enter the woods. So if you're learning to trade, the time to have the map is before you go into the woods. You don't want to start trading with something and then lose your money that you're not using something as good as the system. I wanted to make it rule-based, and we made it rule-based. And if you look at the difference, the chart on the right has the pro trading system on it, and the chart, which is exactly the same, is just one without that you would get with your broker. Look at the difference. So as it goes up on the left-hand side price, the reds are telling you on the left that was a down day. The price went down in value. But the trend is still up. But you may well have got faked out of those days where it went down in value. So I used to get faked out of these days that went down in value. But then we designed the system, and then I wanted to know if the trend was still up. The same chart doesn't have any red on the way up. It's still green, dark green and light greens, but it's still green. So we stay long the market. It allows you to stay in trades for longer and make more profit. You're going to have losing trades, but they're going to be small compared to the winners, which are going to be big. If you don't have it, then you're just going to get faked out, because these days when the market drops, is the trend going to change? Is it going to reverse? We don't really matter about that. We just want to stay long. All right. So that's how you grow your trading account. And that's how you make it much easier for yourself. And so this is the dollar versus the Japanese yen. And now I've put in some extra layers of the system. And, if you've got a buy signal on this big day here on the dollar yen, it puts a line in where to enter, it puts a stop in, and it puts profit targets for you. So you've got 3 numbers here that you can use. At the time I took this image of my chart, it had a sell signal on the dollar yen. The sell signal, it told you to enter the trade at 108.16. It told you to put a stop in above at 109.76. It told you to do something at 106. It told you to do something at 103.67. So there's profit targets here that you can bank some profits with at any time you want to. Okay. And the dollar yen is trading just here, just above this 106.40 as I speak, as I just checked it on my live charts on my iPad. So there's the signal. It's down here at the moment. If you'd have taken this signal, trading at 107, you would be up 116 pips in the trade, multiplied by your position size on the pound Japanese yen. So you're up about 100 pips on this trade. Okay, it's from that signal. All right, so doing okay indeed. So the pro trend system signal is a green candlestick from a red or any other. So when it turns green like this from a red, I'm looking to buy the market. Simple as that. That candlestick represents more buyers stepping in. It's not pink. It's not black. It's not a yellow candlestick. It is not a blue candlestick. It is a green candlestick. And that is telling you to buy me right now, because buyers have walked in and stepped in on this market. Buy me. And it's your job. This is how anyone can trade the market. I mean, anyone, even people that have never done a trade before, can come in and go, is that green? Yes, I will buy the market because the system is telling you more buyers are stepping in. If you go to a property auction and they start buying and bidding the price up, that's exactly what's happening here on the candlestick. They're bidding the price up, more buyers are stepping in, the price moves higher. If nobody's going to buy it, then it stays red. Once it turns green, that's your buy signal. So once you get the buy signal, and you can do this at 10 o'clock at night if you want to, or do it at 8:30 in the morning, then you want to look for your entry and your stop. So once you get the buy signal, the line comes in automatically to tells you where to enter. 107.98.3. You go into your broker, open the ticket up, and you place the buy order at 107.98. And then you can go to bed if you want, or you can do whatever. Then your stop comes down here. Okay, your stop comes down here underneath the buy. For this example, it's underneath because it's a long trade. Comes and it tells you where to put your stop, and that's the number you put in. Okay, you put that in on that. So entry and stop is done automatically, and they are all based on an algorithm that works out the volatility of the market, and it's done for you. So you've got those two numbers, you're good to go. The next number is your do something number. So you get the buy signal. We'll talk about these lines in a second. You get the buy signal at on this example, 106.53. And the market, I think this is the days chart of, what would that be? I think I took this today. I can't remember. Anyway, it is just doing it for example purposes. Above the price, okay, is your to-do area. So see this area up here, 168.6. Now, if you wanted to, you could work out your risk-reward ratio before you even start. So if I want a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, I would look at the distance between my entry and my stop, and then I would choose my profit target. Is that 3 times this one here than the loss potential from my entry? Because remember, this is your stop loss. I would say it's about 3 times. And when we do risk parameters tomorrow night, if we get a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, we only need about 30% winning trades to make money. So I could do something here. When it gets to this number here, I can bank some profits if I want to. So if I went long £1 a point, when it gets to 1664, I can sell half that position at 50p a point if I wanted to. So I can bank half my profits if I wanted to. I could move my stop to break even if I wanted to. I could wait for the next profit target if I wanted to. And I could do that all while I'm in bed at night. Or I could just go and bank it all at 1680 and move on to the next trade. Okay, so the price, these lines above, is the profit targets, or where you've got to do something. Fabulous. It's brilliant. There's no guesswork. You don't have to guess at all. Now, the trailing stop, which some people mention, is that we're trying to lock in profits here. So as we go up on this trade, there's our entry, there's our stop. As we go up, we can sell half the position, but then this dotted line underneath here starts to trail if you switch it on, and it trails the stop. So it's trading the stop at 1678, but my entry was 1653. So I'm locking in profits and the trade is still open. Okay, so I can't lose any money on this trade whatsoever because I'm trailing the stop. It takes all the emotion away from, well, it doesn't actually, but it makes life very much easier if you've got the system like this. If you're trading randomly or guessing or reading the newspapers, then it's not good. It's not good because it's pretty much late and you're random trading. Systemize your trading. It also has a no trade feature. So in the PTS, if it turns white, you don't trade. There's no signal on that market. And That's great. That stops people losing money more than they would do, because the system algorithm is saying, look, it's very choppy. There's a balance between buyers and sellers that's equal. There's no one taking control of this market. And so we trail. There's nothing. I just move on to the next market. All right. And don't trade that. So the recap. So maybe after 10 p.m. at night, or even at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can run the scanner on the Pro Trading System. PTS stands for Pro Trading System. Red to green for long trades, or green to red for short trades. You place the entry, you place the stop, you place the profit target, you risk 1 to 3% on the trade, and then you trail your stop. Happy days. And what do you do? What do you think you are after you've done 5 to 6 to 10 trades? Well, you're an expert in that strategy then, aren't you? Here's some of the previous results. March 2020. Look at all the greens on here, guys. I mean, this was Aussie dollar, 571 pips in 11 days. This is bar count. This is the daily. This was a monster trade. The Euro CAD in 21 days. So you put the trade on 21 days ago. It made 1,190 points. And then multiply that by your position size, and that would be your profit. 801 pips here on 22 days on the Euro Sterling. It's a big move. Okay, so, pound Japanese yen in 20 days made 1,160 pips. Huge moves, guys. Huge moves, all right. Which is absolutely fabulous. This is March. I mean, some big moves taking place. And this is updated in real time every single time we open it up. 7th of January, last year we had this is the monthly charts, all right? So look at this. It's the monthly results. So if you did this once a month and looked at the markets once a month, 732 pips in that month, 830. If it's green, it's making. If it's red, it's losing. 662 pips. I mean, that Aussie dollar trade, short trade in the Aussie dollar lasted 22 months. Nearly 2 years. Nearly 2 years you had a sell signal and it was making you 662 pips. I mean, you could do at least this 15 months on the euro yen. It's massive moves, guys, that could last for years, but that's if you're doing monthly timeframes. November 2019, just because some of these trades last weeks and maybe months as well. There's just lots of green on the board, lots of profitable trades here. 575 in 18 days, pound Japanese yen. And just some really just lovely, just loads more. September 2019, just lots of short trades here all the way down. Lots of stuff going on here. Lots of 398s. The secret is to lose small and gain big. January 2019, 470. Just lots of green from the system. October 2019, every month's been a profitable month. 191 lots, and look at how small the reds are. 9 pips, 42 pips loss, 7 pips gain, 215, 574, 471 pips. I mean, it just keeps you in the trade or trades for ages. Okay? Going back March 2018, okay, we just keep going back. So if you look at the risk reward ratios, and this is really important, so you've got to focus here. If you look down below the profit and loss ratios, if you look at this and you go, okay, well, this 2 to 1 means if I'm going to risk 1 to make 2, so to risk 10 to make 20, to risk 100 to make 200, I need 33% winning trades. only 33% winning trades to break even on my account. Only 33%. But if you start doing it the other way around, if you're risking 2 to make 1, like you're risking 20 to make 10, you need a whopping 66% winning trade. So you can see where people go wrong here with their trading. They risk double what their rewards are going to be. So the system can set up 3 to 1, 4 to 1 for you and tell you where to get out the trade with those parameters. And if you do that, your account's going to grow. Now, what we want your profile to be as a trader is that we want your profile to have small risk and big gain. We want lots of green here, lots of interface really of it. And you can set all the targets up. That's all in the training. It also does money management. If you click the box here, it says you could type in how much you want to risk. This is saying 2% of account size, which is 1,000. Okay, so risk 2% of £1,000, and it will tell you what your position size is based on your entry and your stop position, which is absolutely fabulous. Here was the short. So I started shorting, made 7,000 on that trade in a few days. So I started shorting here, the Dow. So adding into this short. I got in at 29,100. So there's the entry right here, 29,072. I got in at 29,100. Started shorting it all the way down. Okay, and it was trading at 27. I mean, I made much more than that. I made double this. It was trading at that time at 27,932, which was around here. Look how far it went down. It went down even further. So you can imagine what that 7,000 turned into, 15,000 just in that move there. And that's with £6 per point on the trade. Okay, and that was in my IG spread betting account with the Dow Jones on that. Okay, so I was making 15. I made 15 grand on that, on the PTS. It can't lie because there's the red signal right there. As much as you try to fight it and go, well, why did you short that? Oh, yeah, there's no sell. Yes, there was. There was a sell signal to short. It was red, okay, from a green to sell. And it was a big, big move, which we were waiting for in our programs for about 2 weeks. And then we got the sell signal we wanted, and happy days on that trade. All right, good stuff. And then, we had a swing trade going recently, and we made £432 on that in 2 days, and that was a sell signal in silver, which was nice. And then the euro on a 4-hour time frame. So remember I said I do 4-hour charts as well. These are 4 hours, so every candlestick is 4 hours. We have pretty much 4 candlesticks in a day. But if you trade for 8, you put a trade on, could last for 8 hours, and happy days. 4-hour charts are lovely to trade from because you just get those day trades off, which makes you feel like you're day trading, and also sitting back and not having to do many quick trades. You just let the trades play out, which is really nice. There's a profit target, 130. This is all done automatically, by the way, guys. This is not me doing anything. This is the system does it and sets the parameters up, which the algorithm does automatically for you. And here's the pound US dollar, and this was Andy's, one of our students' trade that he did in the pound, and he did look at the multiple positions he's got going on here. He's in one of the trades longs. The pound had the buy signal. Okay, so the pound was a buy signal. He's making 147 pounds on that trade, 246 on that trade, 220 pounds on that trade, which is really nice. Because we've got a mentorship WhatsApp group where we're very close and all chatting away, which is great. And with the risk parameters, it puts it on the chart for you and tells you what your position size is, which is really good. So you don't have to do that. And you just tick all the boxes and it's done. It's really easy to use. You need to use it. Okay. And here's the pound US dollar on the weekly. You don't have to be at your screens all day long. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. All right. So you've seen all the results of that, and that's what we use for swing trading, as well as the trend predictor, which I'm going to show you right now. And then we're going to go through questions. We've got some questions coming in here. We'll stop at this for a second. And we will just go through this. Is 12% a month realistic? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 12% a month realistic. Absolutely. Absolutely. 12%. I'll teach you how to make 20 to 30% a month. Okay. And 12% is very realistic. Nice one, Chris. Good. Okay, let's how many trades am I in at any one time? Well, it varies really. If I've got no signals, I won't be in any trades. If I've got signals, I don't really push it beyond 5 really at one time. Could be 6, could be 2, could be 1, but I don't get really beyond 5 really on a regular basis. What's the different shaded areas on the system? There's green and red, white and blue and yellow. All right. And we've just touched on just 3 of the colors tonight. Can you use the ProTrain system while using the IG account? Yes. So I can trade from IG's charts using my ProTrain system. So the ProTrain system fits into IG's Pro Real-Time charts. So yeah. So I can spread bets using IG's Pro Real-Time charts with the ProTrain system. That's right. Exactly. Jason, I think it was. Jack. Sorry, Jack. Yeah, Jack. It was Jack. When you have multiple take profit on a trade, are you saying you take percentage out of the safer state, then keep some of the trade going to a more profitable price? Sorry, you've just answered the question. Yeah, okay, so that's been answered, the question. Justin, thanks. What's the difference between a very light green and a normal one? Dark green means it closed down the price on the day, but the trend is still up. And a light green means the price traded closed up and is still trending up. Good. Mark says, what's 5.571 on New Zealand yen? I'm not sure on that one, mate. On that, does the system factor in when you would have gotten stopped out? Yes, it will factor in when you get stop out and where you place your stop. Okay. Yes, so it places the stop. You place the stop, but it tells you where to place the stop. If that makes sense. Mike Denver, that is incorrect because I invested £50,000 with that person, which I never got back. So get the facts right, Michael. How long have you been running your ProTrain system for? I've had the system for 12 years. Will it work on MT4? Yes. Is there an annual payment, Paul, on this? There is a 12-month program, Paul. You just need to speak to Chris about that. And you can pay monthly if you wanted to for the 12-month program. Split the payments up if you want. Does it work on a Mac? Yes, it works on a Mac. Yes, it does. Absolutely. It's a cloud-based trading system, guys. And yes, so it works on a Mac. What's the blue and yellow candlesticks? They are within the trade. They're the pullback area. So if you missed the original trade, Jason, you can get in with those blue and red yellows. Absolutely. All right. Good. Do those stops? A really good question from Justin here. Do those stops equate to a tolerance buy and sell? Do those stops equate to a percentage tolerance buy and sell? The stops do not have a tolerance of percentage of buy and sell. It's you put in your position size with your percentage risk, if that makes sense. Is the system as simple as it looks? Yes, the human being is the problem. All right, James. So the training is what you need. You need the training on it. It's like having a Ferrari when you just passed your driving test and you need to learn how to use it. All right, you need to learn how to use it. And so you get the training as part of it. All right, which is good. Good. Okay. So good stuff. Okay, guys. What are the pros and cons for day trading? Well, we'll deal with that. Yeah, you can just go to our website and have a look at the pro trading system, guys, and all the details are on there. All right. You set up your entry. How do you set up your entry? It's done for you. Good. Does the pro trading system have a smartphone app? No, but our live trading room has a live app as well, and you get the alerts in there from there, Chris. Can you use it on TradingView? Yes. We're not going to go through prices and costs and everything like that for it, guys, and we're not going to be doing this, all right? And we're going to move on to the next thing. Right, good. 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 Andrew says here, he's not getting the vibe of have the concept of trading, or am I missing something? Okay. Right, good. We'll go through that at the end. We've got plenty. I'm going to stay as long as you want to here. Trend Predictor, one of Trading College's brand new trading systems here, guys. All right. So looking at the Trend Predictor, if you want to know where the market is going to go next week or in the next 5 minutes or in the next day, then we have the Trend Predictor here at Trading College. All right. And you can certainly use this. This is fabulous. Okay. So what it does is our brand new system as well, and it allows you to know where the price is going to go. So I've taken the pro trading system off here. Okay, I've taken the pro trading system off, and it basically tells you in one candlestick where is the price going to go to next. Where is the price going to go to next? All right. Or where's it going to go for that next day or week? The trend could still be down, but it's the Trend Predictor that tells you what the next candlestick's going to do. And it's done by an arrow, okay, an arrow in the algorithm. This is fabulous. So let me just show you. This green arrow, this red arrow, the last one here on the pound US dollar. So every week I will set this up to get me ready to trade as a day trader that next week or a swing trader for 1 week. So if it's a red arrow, it means the candlestick's going to go down the next week. If it's a green arrow, it means the candlestick's going to go up next week. It's going to be a green week. So I've taken the pro trading system off. All right, so if you go and have a little look from left to right here, this is a red candlestick. We get a green arrow that week and the market goes up the next week because it's a green candlestick. If it's a green candlestick, it means the price closed up. Here's a green arrow. The candlestick goes up the next week. So it already gets you ready for the next week's trading. All right. It gets you ready before it even happens on the weekly chart. So as a swing trader, I just run the scanners Monday morning, Sunday night, whenever you want to, and I trade in that direction. Let me show you the FTSE that we did this week. So it's Tuesday. On Friday, it closed with a red arrow. It closed with a red arrow. This isn't the pro trading system. I've taken it off at the moment to show you clearly. It's a red arrow here. The candlestick closed up last week. Well, it dropped the FTSE today already 200 points in 2 days. It was telling us to start shorting the FTSE today or first thing on Monday when the market opens. So I'm already 1 step ahead, shorting the market. And I use my pro trading system, or we use the pro trading system here at Trading College to get short the market. Okay. That was today's chart of the weekly of the FTSE. Here is the New Zealand yen. So last week we got a signal, a red arrow to short it. This week, the markets open on Sunday nights. So we got the red arrow to short it here. The market opens on Sunday night. We look for short trades. It's up 100 points since it opened. So it gets you ready. Look at the arrow here. Gets you ready for the next week. Look at all the green arrows. The next week, the market goes up. The green arrow, the market goes up. The red arrow here, the market goes up. We didn't put a trade on here. We didn't get short the market at all. But here, the red arrow told us the market was going to go down just for next week. It did. It collapsed down. And this is this week over here. Fabulous. So we combine the trending pro trading system as well with the trend predictor. Red arrows mean short. So we have a red pro trading system and a red arrow on the pound US dollar. It's going to go down. It collapses. So we do this at the start of week or at the end of the trading week. The Dow Jones, a red arrow to short, just completely drops. You could do it on the monthly if you wanted to. We have a green arrow in the algorithm. It pushes up the next month. 4 hours if you want to, but we like to do it on the weekly. The next 4 hours pushes up. Barclays Bank, you could do it in shares as well. The weekly shares. Green arrow, market goes up. Green arrow, market goes up the next week. Green arrow, you don't know what's going to happen the next week. Nobody does. So if we got a green arrow for this week, we'd be looking for the candlestick and price to go up next week. Look at all the green arrows, guys. Fabulous. Green arrow, market up. Green arrow, market up. Green arrows, market up. If it's a red arrow, we're looking for it to go down. Great for short-term traders that want to do 4 hours and day trading stuff. Here's the FTSE 100, triple trend predictor short. Triple trend predictor short, and the market drops. Beautiful move. So every week we're checking, run the screener and place the trades. All right. So that's the trend predictor. We're at 9:30. If you want to speak to Chris about the next level, I'm going to answer questions now on trading. Hope you're enjoying this free event, guys. And if you need to speak to Chris or want to just check out some stuff or just have a good old chat with Chris, our course advisor, please feel free. I'm going to go through the questions now and take a look at anything that you guys need answering. 2 hours. What a night that's been flown by. If you need to speak to Chris, just give him to fill that out, and we're going to do day trading tomorrow, and I'm going to show you our intraday trade strategy called the Porsche, which Atif is, you know, doing like $2,000 a day on, as you saw the account right at the start of the session. We have courses ranging from free, which is this one, and we have a course which is, I think it's £25, which is a beginner's course. I think it's £25, maybe £47. It's a complete beginner's course online. Check that out. That's the Apprentice Trader. That's fabulous, beginner's course. We have the Pro Trading Program course. We have the Momenta Trader course, and we have the mentorship course. All right. So if you want to go and take a look at those, you can certainly just chat to Chris and fill out that form, and fill in when you want to have a chat, and he'll advise you where you need to go. There is no pressure at all. You're all adults, and you can all make your minds up. You can all do whatever you want to do, and it's entirely your thing where you want to take trading next. All right. Good. Let's go through some of these questions, because there's loads of them. I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of questions coming through on both the Q&A and the chat area, which is amazing. All right. So you saw the results in the Pro Trading System week after week. You saw today's up-to-date results. I did a video today, and the market update video, and you can see it updating itself in live environment. Okay, so that was today's free video. All right, good. How long do I stay in a trade for? It depends until I get an exit signal. And I can only say exit signal. You only stay in the trade until you get that exit signal. All right. And that's what you do. I don't guess. We're not guessing here. We wait for the system to give us the exit or your strategy. I mean, I can't talk about another strategy, Andrew, can I? It's very difficult to talk about another strategy when I'm using the system and the Porsche and the trend predictor. It's very difficult to tell you about anything else that really doesn't work. This is all quality stuff. Is it online or is it classroom? It is online 100% at the moment due to the coronavirus. But when we open up again, the world of the country, then we have one classroom attendance per quarter in London, Manchester and Birmingham. And we get together, but it's every day, and the training, the training is all online. You can go and have a look, but there is classroom, Laurie, that you can attend as well. All right. Can somebody open an account with £500? Yes, of course. Yeah. As long as you've got enough margin to place a trade, you can open it with whatever the margin requirement is. It might be £200. What's the main thing from Zara that I look for before making a trade? Whether it's going to be a big profitable trade or not, Zara. Okay, what's my risk reward on that trade? Could it grow into a bigger trade that I can add to the position where you can really grow the account? Or is it going to be a small winning trade that I'm going to be in and out and looking at the risk at all times? So I'm really weighing up, could this be a really big move? And do I need to really focus on this if it's going to be a really big move? Which is cool. All right. Yeah, we're also CPD accredited as well. Okay, so we've got all our courses are CPD accredited, and you can get those certificates online, guys. All right, from us once you attend the courses. Good. Jack says here, can you trade for 30 minutes a day? Well, you could trade for 5 minutes a day if you wanted to. It scans the market in half a second for trade setting up. So once you've got the signals or the trades, you want to do some analysis maybe. So it could be very much less than 30 seconds. I would suggest taking your time placing the trades and do it for as long as you want to. Yeah, so is the margin required section dependent on what you put in the stop section? Yes, it can be. The margin requirement can change depending on your stop position. Yes, it can be, but mostly it's on your position size that you're putting into the ticket. So if you put £1 a point in, it's going to be a lot different from £100 a point. Is the Pro Train system and the Trend Predictor and the Porsche Trading College exclusive to this course? Yes, it's our proprietary software, Colm. Is our courses based online? Yes, they are online, and you can watch us do this day trading all the time, all right? And calling swing trades out all the time. Okay, Mike Denver. No, Phil Soma. Phil here. Phil said it took you 18 months to become profitable. How long do you reckon it takes someone to become profitable taking your mentorship program? Always get the question, Phil, and I think the answer to that is as quick as you want it to happen. You put some time and effort and some hard work into the mentorship program to start with and work with your coach, then there's great chances that you could become profitable very quickly because you're surrounded by all the students as well and the qualified technical analyst and the traders. So you're in that environment when you're around nice people and good people. And, you know, if you come on the mentorship program and you don't do anything, then it's going to take you, you're not going to be successful. You've got to do it. So you've got to get on and do it. And you could be successful pretty quickly if you get involved and do it. But it's down to you, really. Mentoring, like I've mentored students in trading and mentored in other walks of life. You know, it's down to the person to do it. The mentor guides you through it, and you just got to get on and do it. So yeah, everyone's different, really. So Adam says here, with the pro trading system, when you put a stop on, when it hits the stop sign, okay, good. Does it automatically cancel the trade? Yes, you will be flat the market. Once you get stopped out or you'll hit your profit, you are then flat the market. So if you hit your profit before your stop, then the stop gets taken out and that's closed as well. Which is good. All right. So yeah, the whole trade, Adam, gets closed down on that, which is pretty cool. So you're going to get you get the video again tomorrow, so you can go through the whole thing again. And then tomorrow night is day trading stuff, which is going to be pretty cool. And you can go through this video again. I think it's available for the next up to about Friday. The actual recording of this. All right. Funny. Let's keep it on topic, guys. Keep it on topic. We'll talk about day trading tomorrow. Can you change the stop as many times as you like? Yes. You can. You get the ticket, Sean, that's open. So you're in a trade. You're in the open positions. You click on this stop. It pops up the ticket, and you change that number, and then just click enter again, which is hilarious. Mike, why don't you come and get some help here at Trading College offices, and come to the actual offices, and we can help you, Mike Denver. That'd be good. That'd be great. We'll certainly help you out. Will we be doing live trading tomorrow night? No, we're not doing live trading tomorrow night, guys. Gina says here, what if you forget to change the stop? Would the trade close at all? If you forget to change the stop, the stop is related to that trade. If the price hits your stop, then you get stopped out. If you're in profit, your stop stays the same. The trade will close when you hit the button to get out the trade. It doesn't stay there for that trade. It only disappears. It disappears when the trade's closed. Does that make sense, Gina? Ask the question again if that's so. Join me tomorrow, Rose. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow for day trading. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you very much, everyone, for your lovely kind words. And I will stay here for a little bit longer. It's 9:45. Thank you, Pat. Pat says, thank you very much, Lee. Excellent stuff. And good. Is there a fee for tonight? No, there is no fee for tonight. This is completely free. I'm here for you for 4 hours. 4 hours. That makes sense, Gina, yeah? Yeah, okay, Gina, come and visit us. Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Is this webinar a one-time thing, or can we refer back to this from our emails at a later date? It's Learn to Trade Live. So this course is what we hold every month, but in the classroom. All right. Cheers, Martin. Paul says here, fantastic night for a complete novice and well presented. Nice one, mate. Cheers, Paul. Top man. Thanks, mate. Zara says, what's the main thing you look for placing a trade? Whether it's going to be a big trade or not. Carl says, thank you for tonight's session. Brilliant insights in trading, well presented. Look forward to tomorrow night. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that. Zara says, well explained. Good. What is the usual duration of a long trade? Swing trade could last 2 weeks. Jason says, how long would it take for me to learn the pro trading system? A day? A day? Plenty of time on your hands now, Jason. Haven't you, mate? So, you know, pretty cool. Tomorrow night, we're going to do day trading stuff. We are going to learn day trading, psychology tomorrow night as well. Trading psychology. We're going to get into that, and we're going to do risk management tomorrow night as well. Right?